you know, of course, what you do is you put on your blinker, you know, after a cop stops you, you put on your blinker. You make sure you do all the right things after, you know, you get pulled over. I guess why I'm telling you this is because soon after I got pulled over, I started thinking, hey, those good things that I've been doing, those good things are paid off, all right? Because I believe in the law of attraction.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
Top of the morning to you, top of the morning. All right, here we are. We're going back. We're running it back for another week. This Midwest Anxiety Daily, where you just ride around with me as a community-based therapist, just going and seeing people in the places they live, work, and play. And today's a particularly good day for clients, a particularly good day for Midwest Anxiety clients. Why, Randy, are you asking? Because today is cold, it's snowy, we are now getting into winter. We're getting into winter, and I mean, all you have to do as a Midwest Anxiety client is pour you some coffee, get a blanket, turn on the fire, and sit back, and we'll be over just a little bit, y'all. This community-based therapy, definitely in the winter time, but you're all year round. You get the convenience of just being at home, and we're coming to you. That's what this MWA thing is all about. And we got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about. You guys stay tuned. I'm going to tell you about this story. I'm going to tell you about I got stopped by the police this weekend, and I want to tell you that story. I want to tell you what happened when I got stopped by the police this weekend, y'all. Alright, y'all, let's talk about this weekend. I got stopped by the police this weekend. Let me tell you the backstory first, okay? This was Saturday night. I was driving to Lawrence. We were going to go to a friend's birthday party, and you know, I was going to Lawrence, and for some reason the GPS, you know, I've been to Lawrence lots of times, and the GPS said, okay, well, why don't you just go through Eudora? I'm like, why go through Eudora? Why? But anyway, so I get off because that's what the GPS says, even though I know how to get to Lawrence. I get off in Eudora and driving along, and you know, Eudora is one of those podunk, just small little towns. And in the back of my mind, I was like, hey, you got to take it slow. You got to take it slow through here because it's a small town. And you know, those coppers, they sit around, those Barney Fives, they sit around and they just wait for you because they know that big city kids don't drive slow. For some reason, in the small cities, they drive slow. I don't know why in the big cities we drive a lot faster. But anyway, I get off, and I'm driving for a little bit. I'm feeling good. You know, I didn't think the speed limit was 20 miles an hour. I mean, that's like school zone. I mean, going through a city, and like, why is I mean, I can't argue with it because that's their city laws and all that stuff. But, you know, I stop at a stop sign, and then I turn right. And immediately when I turn right, I hear this whoop, whoop. And I'm like, oh, he got me because I didn't stop all the way at that stop sign. I thought I didn't stop. You know, it was kind of like one of those tap on the brake for just a couple seconds, but it's like rolling. It's kind of like rolling. The car's rolling. I didn't think. So anyway, I pull over. He gets out of the car, and he's like, I pull you over because you were going 34 and a 20. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not from around here. You know, I try to play that Mr. Nice Guy stuff and everything. He's like, all right, give me your insurance and your license. And so he comes back and he says, hey, I'm just gonna let you off this time. I'm gonna let you off with a warning this time. And I was like, whew, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And as soon as he, you know, of course, what you do is you put on your blinker, you know, after a cop stops you, you put on your blinker. You make sure you do all the right things after, you know, you get pulled over. I guess why I'm telling you this is because soon after I got pulled over, I started thinking, hey, those good things that I've been doing, those good things are paid off, all right? Because I believe in the law of attraction. Law of attraction is you put out positive energy, you're going to attract positive energy back, right? I believe this is the way I like to try to live my day-to-day life, is by putting positive energy out in the world, right? I try to live in that way, and I believe that that's like a boomerang. It came back, and in this instance, that positive energy came back, and he let me off without, you know, giving me a ticket. I think the opposite is true too. I think if you put negative energy out in the world, then you're going to get negative energy back, right? I just believe that however you see the world, that you're going to attract that energy back. And so I guess my takeaway from this is to keep putting positive energy out in the world, right? That things do pay off. Now, there are times where my luck hasn't paid off for me, okay? Totally telling you that. I don't believe every time that you put positive stuff out in the world, you're gonna get positive stuff back. Life doesn't work like that. Life is hard at times, but I do believe on occasion that you're gonna pull that casino, you're gonna pull that slot machine, and you're gonna get some money back out of that. And Saturday, I pulled that slot machine and I got some good stuff out of it. And so my encouragement would be to you guys is put positive energy in the world. If you want to get good energy back, now don't put positive energy in the world expecting it to get back. Just live your life in a positive way and just let life do its thing, all right? Let life do its thing. So my takeaway was to keep putting positive energy back in the world. And the other thing is when you're driving through those small cities, watch your speed limit. And if you think it's 30 miles an hour, if you think it's 20 miles an hour, go 10 miles an hour, go 15 miles an hour, go about 5 miles under the speed limit, just because those coppers are waiting for us big city folks to have us give them some money for their small city. I don't know. Anyway, okay, stop with that, Randy. That's negative energy. Cheers, you guys. Cheers. Cheers to positive energy, putting positive energy into this world, all right? Cheers. Oh, it's a great day to be a community-based therapist. Oh my goodness, look at all this snow. Love it, love it. I was reminded this weekend when I got stopped that by the police officer, you just gotta love life. You gotta love life, y'all. The good, the bad, and ugly. You gotta embrace that life is gonna bring you those times where it's just not so good. You know, in therapy, I'm working with clients, and they're always hoping and wishing that things would go better, that things that they're struggling with, that they just wish that they weren't struggling with those things anymore. And one of the things that we do is just really accept that life is going to have those good and not so good moments. Sometimes we forget to really embrace and celebrate the good times. We don't just squeeze, you know, the lemons and to get that lemonade, right? We just don't enjoy that time that we're out at dinner for 2 or 3 hours and the food is really good. Or we don't enjoy in the morning time just sipping that coffee because we're worried about our day. Or we just don't enjoy that time that we have with a friend or family because we've got something else on our mind, right? We don't enjoy the good times, right? We don't enjoy the good times, but we also just don't embrace that there are going to be challenges. It's going to be a snow day today, right? It's going to be a snow day. I'm a 95, give me 95 degrees all year round. There are going to be those days where it's just cold and snowy. You know, the roads are going to be slick. and you know, it's just not going to be a fun day. Sometimes we just really just need to embrace that life is going to have those good and not so good moments, and I think it makes it a little easier instead of fighting life, where you're always going into life being just like, why me? Why did I get up this morning and I don't have clean clothes, right? Or why did blah, blah, whatever, right? Whatever. Just embrace it. Just be like, hey, this is what life has given me in this moment. This is what life has given me in this moment. I just need to find a way in my thoughts, just in my behaviors, just to be able to get through this moment, because on the other side of this not so good moment, there will be better times, right? What's that saying? This too shall pass. This too shall pass, right? So, embrace the not so good moments and really get the most out of the moments that you have that are good. All right, y'all? All right. Stay safe out there today. Stay safe. Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, y'all, what's been coming up in client sessions? This is something I want to talk with you about. Clients, you know, when we're doing therapy, golly, they're down on their luck. Things are really difficult and challenging. You know, I think 99.9999% of the people that I talk to, things are not going well, right? Things are not going well. And I have to have this conversation with them. And I believe not only I need to have this conversation with them, but I also need to have it with you. Because everyone struggles. We all struggle. Some of us struggle more than others, but we all struggle. You don't have to have a diagnosis of bipolar, anxiety, depression. We all are humans, and as humans, we don't have perfect lives. We have things in our life that don't go well. That's just a part of life, right? And what I have to remind clients, what I have to remind you is that no matter how challenging, how difficult the current situation is, no matter how challenging, no matter what your struggle is that you will be able to get through it. That you will be able to get through it. I know at times, you know, we all, guys, I'm telling you, I've had a lifelong history of struggles. I call myself and all those out there that have struggled the junkyard dogs for a reason. Woo, woo, woo. We're dogs. We're junkyard dogs. We've had to really fight and claw our way to any type of happiness and fulfillment in our life. And one thing I know about all this is that I even during the darkest times, I look back now and I was like, I was able to get through that. I was able to get through that. And that kind of helps me just kind of remind myself, no matter the situation, no matter if it was in the past or if it's now, there's doors that close, there's things that happen, and new doors open. That's how life is. Life will only show you in the moment. It will only show you in the moment how to get through it. You can't go through that door. You can't walk through that door until you're there, until you're right there standing in front of that door. But you will be able to walk through that door. You'll be able to handle it. But you just have to believe. You have to have faith. You have to have confidence in yourself that no matter what, I got myself. I can do this. I got through this before. I can do it again, okay? So no matter how anxious you are, how sad you are, no matter what the situation is, you can handle it. You'll get through it. You can get through it. You just have to believe in yourself and have confidence. All right, y'all? Hey, there's someone out there in your life right now that is really struggling. Really struggling. They're struggling silently, okay? They may have a smile on their face. They may be smiling. They might be just, when you ask them, how's everything? They say, fine. Don't take that. That smile, that fine, that's just a defense. That's a way to distract you. It's a way to get you off of the topic that not everything's fine. They don't want to dig deeper. They don't want to dig deeper because that hurts, right? That hurts. And so what I ask you to do is ask all your people, your friends, your family, your co-workers, your peers, hey, what's the most challenging thing in the last week that you've struggled with? What's the most challenging thing that you've struggled with? What's happened in your life over the last week that's been challenging? ask that of your people. Don't assume that everything's fine. Know that we all struggle. We all struggle, all right? We all share in the struggles. Go out and ask your people that this week. Call them on the phone, text them, email them, whatever you need to do, but ask your people how they're doing, and don't just take that smile or that fine as the answer. Know there's something that they're struggling with, all right? All right, y'all.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.
All right, y'all, this Saturday's class is Picky Eater. If you're a parent and you've got a picky eater at home, all your kid wants to do is eat chicken nuggets and hot dogs and french fries, and every time you put some vegetables or something in front of them, they're like, I don't want to eat that. No, I'm not eating. You should join us this Saturday. Join us this Saturday to learn a parenting plan, a protocol, whatever you want to call it, of how to get your child every meal, to get your child to try a food that they don't like, and get them to increase the amounts of foods that not only they will try, but they like. If you have a picky eater, join us this Saturday. We definitely have a plan for you of a way to get started on putting food in front of your kid and having them try it without all these complaints that they do. All this whining and crying and, oh, this is disgusting, this smells bad, this looks bad, this tastes bad. Join us this Saturday. We'll help you out.